Okay, Mum, you can look around and wave at the camera. Go back a little bit further in. There you go. Right. Okay, this presentation is about prevention and management of chronic disease through the use of physical activity and exercise. It's for exercise medicine unit. So firstly I'm going to talk about a little bit of history about exercise and the current state of inactivity that we find ourselves in. And I've got a really short 3-minute video that explains in layman's terms the mechanisms of chronic disease. And from there I'm going to go a little bit deeper into the subject, like the benefits of exercise in old age, different neurological chronic diseases and some pathways that help the body both prevent and manage them. And I'm also going to talk about the differences between aerobic and resistance training and how each benefit the body in different ways. And finally I'll go into the recommendations or pathways you can choose towards good health. So let's start. Okay, human beings are predominantly walkers. Other movements such as running, to catch prey or for your life were often not used or only used occasionally. So primitive man mainly just walked in search of his food. So it's been suggested that when we came down from the trees and started walking on 2 legs, that we underwent massive changes in our skeletal muscle and in our brains. And this dual growth rendered us physiologically wired to create a healthy brain through activation of skeletal muscle, through exercise or movement. And many scientists and philosophers throughout history have known this simple fact, that we are at our healthiest when we move our bodies. Like Hippocrates was 450 BC. He knew it. We don't know. We've completely lost the message somehow. So these are all the different things that diseases of physical inactivity. So health difficulties can occur due to the stagnation that the body experiences in inactivity, such as kidney stones, loss of skeletal muscle mass, osteoporosis, constipation, and these chronic diseases that are around that wheel also. So I'll just go into the changes that have happened over the time in our leading to this epidemic of inactivity. So up to 1/3 of the world's population today do not meet the recommended 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical exercise per week. And as you can see from that slide, our current daily step count has decreased up to 70% from the 1950s due to the advent of time-saving devices, television, and in particular the internet and smartphones and home computers. So physical inactivity is now killing more people worldwide than smoking, which is a very scary thing. So when comparing people that watch under 2 hours of television a day to people that watch over 4 hours a day, there's a massive 46% increase of all-cause mortality and an 80% increased risk of cardiovascular disease in the people that watch over 4 hours a day. And this frightening figure was independent of whether the person smoked, the state of their diet, or their waist circumference. So studies did look at the minimal volume of aerobic activity that would be beneficial, and they found that even standing can have a positive health outcome. So even standing for 2 hours out of your day is associated with a 10% reduction of all-cause mortality. So that's why a standing desk is really a good idea to give you incidental exercise and skeletal muscle contraction during your working day. Similarly, sitting increases the risk for all-cause mortality in a dose-dependent fashion, but benefits can be achieved by breaking up that sitting time. You can improve your cardiovascular health just by having a short walk every half an hour, just getting up, making a cup of tea or going to the toilet. A really easy way to improve your health. So now we're going to watch that little video I was talking about, and then I'll go a bit deeper into what it's about. So please enjoy.
In this video, we're going to look at some of the major benefits, both physical and mental, that an exercise program can bring to your life. Let's start with the physical benefits. Number 1, cardiovascular and respiratory improvement. Over time, you end up strengthening the cardiac muscle that surrounds your heart. You also pump a greater volume of blood with each stroke, which causes a decrease in resting heart rate. You develop more red blood cells, which improves your ability to bring oxygen to your muscles, and your lungs become stronger and better at supplying your body with the oxygen it needs. Number 2, reduction in health risk factors. Regular exercise can reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease, developing type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. Research also shows that active people have a lower risk of colon and breast cancer, and regular exercise can also increase your chances of living longer. Number 3, increased metabolic rate. Metabolic rate is the rate at which your body burns calories. During exercise, you obviously burn more calories than when at rest. However, your metabolic rate at rest is enhanced even after your workout session is completed, as your body uses energy to repair muscles and replenish ATP storage and glycogen storage. This does depend on several factors, including the intensity of the exercise and your current fitness level. Number 4, decreased risk of falls. Incorporating balance, coordination, and muscle strengthening activities into your exercise program can improve your motor skills, thus reducing the risk of falling. Number 5, bone health improvement. Impact activities such as plyometrics and jumping and resistance training can slow the loss of bone density that comes with age. Playing sports that involve running and jumping can be advantageous as well. Number 6, weight loss and reduced obesity. Physical activity can be a key part of a complete weight management plan to avoid excessive fat gain and to maintain a healthy weight. Regular exercise burns more calories and increases muscle mass, both of which are key to weight loss and weight maintenance. Now let's take a look at the mental benefits. Number 1, increased feelings of well-being. Exercising enhances the action of endorphins and enkephalins, which improve natural immunity and reduce the perception of pain. Regular exercise can also improve mood, feelings of having more energy, and overall quality of life. Number 2, better sleep. Research has shown that regular exercise helps people fall asleep faster and enjoy a deeper sleep. It can also improve sleep duration and decrease middle-of-the-night wake-ups, providing a better overall sleep quality. Number 3, better brain function. Regular exercise can reduce fatigue, which can improve alertness and concentration. Physical activity improves blood circulation, which delivers oxygen to the brain at a faster pace, which leads to sharper thinking. Number 4, increased self-esteem. Regular exercise can improve your body shape, increasing your confidence in your appearance, thus increasing your self-esteem. Exercise also promotes a sense of accomplishment, which can increase your confidence in taking on other tasks in your life. And that be some of the major physical and mental benefits of an exercise program.
Yeah, so that happy guy there at the end going like this reminds me of you, Darren. He's always like, ah! So yeah, so I want to be like that too, definitely. So now I'm going to go on to healthy aging. So as the global community continues to age, researchers have shifted their attention to increasing health span rather than increasing lifespan. High levels of fitness in midlife afford a protective factor, delaying the development of chronic diseases later in life for both men and women. And this association is with the development of chronic conditions rather than overall survival. So this means that being fit in midlife reduces the length of time a person spends sick or disabled in later life. So another hallmark of aging is sarcopenia, which is a loss of skeletal muscle as well as functionality. And the maintenance of skeletal muscle plays a significant role in overall metabolic health, as the video showed, and longevity. And loss of skeletal muscle can also affect survival rates in cancer. So even though loss of muscle mass naturally decreases with age, there's a limited effect on the VO2 max, which is actually our ability for our lungs to expand, and the VO2 max is our full expansion, but we can actually, with exercise make that bigger. The ability to expand our lung capacity, which means that aerobic fitness can be achieved at any age. So neurological diseases. Dementia is the most prevalent neurodegenerative disease in the world, which results in progressive loss of various cognitive functions and a loss of an individual's ability to navigate life's activities. And studies have shown that physical activity alone is associated with a 28% reduction in the individual's risk of developing this disease. And Alzheimer's is the most prevalent form of dementia, which is caused by the atrophy of the hippocampus, which atrophy means shrinkage. And the hippocampus is a little C-shaped bit in our brain, which is the main side of learning and memory. And that's actually the bit that's most affected by exercise, which makes sense really when you think what I said at the start about, from an evolutionary point of view. We had to learn quickly and remember what to eat and where to go and where not to go to survive. So it's the connection between our brain and exercise. So I'm going to talk a little bit about skeletal muscle and some little messenger factors. You don't have to worry about these names, they're technical names, but just what they do. So the skeletal muscle is a key organ for the oxidation, which is the breakdown of lipids, our fat, and also secretes cytokines and other peptides. So let's just call them little messengers that affect metabolism, angiogenesis, which is the building of new blood vessels, and muscle growth amongst other things. One such messenger is increased through exercise, which is brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which has been shown to regulate growth and maintenance of neurons and enhance brain plasticity. So BDNF plays a part in learning and memory, but also controls body mass, energy homeostasis, which keeps everything even, and regulates metabolism in the skeletal muscle. Another little messenger is interleukin 6, which is released when exercising, which stimulates increased glucose uptake, which is like that, bringing glucose into the cells to help them perform and function, and fat oxidation, which is the breakdown of fats. And interleukin 15, which is released from skeletal muscle during strength training, which helps to decrease visceral fat, which is the fat that we accumulate in our front, which actually kind of squeezes our organs, which is the worst fat that we can have all over our body. So this is adipose tissue, and these are all the different things that it does with its little messengers sending out. So yeah, it's shown to be an important endocrine organ, which just means that it sends out messengers, which is able to reach distant tissue and influence the whole body. So adipose tissue regulates and coordinates through messengers, energy, blood pressure, and immune function, amongst other things, as you can see. Now we're talking about cardiorespiratory fitness, which I was talking a little bit about before, and aerobic training. So low cardiorespiratory fitness leads to more instances of premature death than all other established risk factors combined, such as hypertension, smoking, and diabetes. So cardiorespiratory fitness and VO2 max is a major indicator of the person's ability to deliver oxygen to active muscles, which is very important to keep them functioning. So one of the best training exercises that is available is aerobic exercise, and it promotes cardiorespiratory fitness. So having CRF is one of the strongest predictors of long life. Okay, this is another way of training, resistance training. So resistance training results in the maintenance or growth of muscle mass, which is more metabolically active than fat. So it actually aids in fat loss due to a raised metabolic state. It helps you burn calories even when at rest, like we had in the video. So both resistance training and aerobic training is beneficial when entering old age, or any age really. This is due to the positive effects that these types of exercises have on the human body. So this is it's quite detailed, but it just gives you an indication of what different kinds of exercise does, and they each do their own thing. So joining them together is a good thing. So physical exercise has been shown to be the best non-pharmaceutical treatment for the prevention and treatment for numerous chronic diseases. And it's been shown as little as 15 to 30 minutes a day in brisk walking decreases the risk of cancer, heart disease, stroke, and diabetes by 20 to 30%, and increases lifespan by 3 to 5 years. So the aim is to reduce sedentary or inactive times with small bouts of activity that can accumulate over the day. So this effect is dose dependent, so start small and gradually increase your fitness levels to enjoy a long and happy life free from chronic disease. Do you have any questions?
No, I can't think of anything off my hand. No, I'm just interested in the, when you say aerobic, were you talking about the high music, go for it aerobic, or are we talking about different types of aerobic
Well,
exercise?
aerobic fitness can be moderate, so 30 to 40% of your full capacity. So you're still able to talk. That's but you can also do the other kind of intensity too, but you don't have to do as much of that because it has such a fast effect on, you know, raising your CRF, your cardiorespiratory function and fitness.
Right, so they have to go to class.
You don't have to do that full on. Walking is, like I said, we're made to walk.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. So these are all the papers that I read. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.